Alrighty, we are back. Usual, I guess. Anyone want to do a recap? Really?
Yeah, I was waiting.
Wow.
I
Okay.
was
Ronan
yes,
got
Carbo.
questioned a lot.
I was waiting for you.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, I'll do it. Hold on. Give me a second. Second.
Ronan was a hostage.
And got questioned as a
Yes.
hostage.
Yeah. We were really mean to fake Ronan.
And the town's under
Because
my
real
control.
Ronan was.
I think
Yeah.
I blacked out last session or something.
Oh. Maybe you were also under mind control.
I think okay. Carbo, I need you to do the impression in your best Layla impression.
I
hold on.
cannot do that.
No.
You're gonna have to try.
I
I
will
cannot.
take advantage away from you from doing that. So yeah, in a sense, you guys got back from your defeat, in kind of that circumstance. And I wouldn't necessarily call it a defeat, more of like a change of objective. As you finished the battle between the Aboleth and the Mind Flayer, with Ronan captured, and he was kind of used as bait to be like, "Yeah, let's get out of here." As the Aboleth spoke through him and kind of filled you guys in on a couple of details. But it was mainly kind of a Q&A, if I'm being entirely honest.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's not a whole lot of action or anything that really happened, but you guys got more information about what's going on. Quite a bit of hostage negotiation before you guys finally kind of made a deal with it that you guys would not return until the Mind Flayers are dead. But even then, the Aboleth wishes to be left alone.
Yes.
Sudden goodbye. You guys got Ronan to return to normal. And that's kind of where we called the session with you guys getting onto the coast of Southern Weatherbound. Not coast, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, and with that, I presented this map I made 3 years ago or so. And kind of said that we could kind of ask questions about it if we want to. But I believe the party may just be beelining for Ithne's house currently.
Boy, do we have a
think so.
story to tell.
Oh my gosh, Ithne's gonna be so mad. She's gonna slap Lou again.
I can't wait.
Probably not, but
For the second time in his life ever.
Yeah, this green guy that we brought. Yeah, he stabbed Lou.
Oh, yeah,
I'd
no.
like to see how that conversation goes.
He might be sleeping in the barn.
There.
Okay.
Yeah, I did not have this map last time, so I guess I'll kind of give a rundown of that, and then we can kind of beeline to Ithne's house. Unlike Northern Weathermount, that's just kind of magical, but also like normal. There's not really a lot of discussion about magic as an entity in the more political standpoint. No one's like, nay magic, yay magic, or anything like that. The main area of Southern Weathermount is entirely different. And as you guys can kind of see from the map, there's the aptly named Divide. And on the western side seems to be the non-magical area, who live in a relatively fortified structure with soldiers and everything on duty. And on the eastern side seems to be a more magical place, including a grove of unknown origin and things. It's just kind of like a landmark. It's almost as if the eastern side declared that a national park, and therefore the western side can do nothing with it. But yeah, and I have all the map stuff labeled, including graveyards, shops, specialty stores, etc., for you guys to kind of dive into if you want to, or you guys sleep it off at Ithne's and then head back to the Desecrated Acres. Either way. But as you guys kind of walk back in silence, the six or seven.
Six-ish.
Yeah.
How many? Wait, hold on.
6 people in combat, 7 of you.
6 people and 1 bug net.
I think that's right.
I was thinking 6 players, 1 being a bard that switched out intermittently.
I was thinking 6 on Ronin.
Sure.
No.
All of you have your own definitions of how that's laid out.
Yeah.
But
about,
yeah, you
how about we
guys-
just have Sarah pilot Pugnat, and then we can all have our own bard as a sidekick.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. I'm
Um,
gonna give him fire.
That does mean that Ronan will be out of commission.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna have to like head out of the party for that to occur. But theoretically, you could have both bards. Your party
Wait,
has
what-
grown. Yep. What's up?
Wait, no, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, you're okay. But yeah, however you guys break it down, you all kind of have a sidekick at any given standpoint. But
Mine's
yeah,
the coolest.
you guys are kind of walking quietly back to Ithne's house. Any last minute conversations, or are we just kind of showing up on her doorstep?
All right, we're not gonna mention the stabbing Lou thing out of me not wanting Paladin to get stabbed himself.
I don't think he'd get stabbed. Per se.
I wouldn't put it past her.
Well,
Uh,
no, I didn't say she wouldn't try.
Oh, well, we're not gonna mention it.
Renane speaks up and he says, maybe it's best that we don't tell your mother any of that happened down there.
Oh, you don't want her knowing about the like brainwashed, possessed Renane thing where you held the entire town hostage.
Well, that wasn't me for one, but also, I don't think she should really know about that, just in case she decides to, I don't know, take up arms again or anything like that. I think it's mainly for her best interest
I mean,
that we just kind of say that area's bad, keep Neela away.
we should probably tell her about Neela's teachers, though.
What, that school's out, or do you want to tell her that she's being taught by mind flayers that may or may not still be around?
Previously taught by mind flayers, he's definitely being homeschooled now.
Okay, maybe we just tell her that they're bad people.
Right, because we should leave her with Ithne and let Ithne train her, because she has star pupils coming from her household.
Okay.
I'm
That's
staring at
hurtful.
Lou.
Listen, I was just mind control, just trying to break the ice a little bit.
Hold on. Do you guys know the blue-eyed stare?
No?
I know the white dragon.
Yeah, the blue-eyed white dragon.
This is the blue-eyed stare. Hold on, let me find a better one.
Is it just
I'm
Gojo?
Googling what this is supposed to be.
No.
That's just my face. Why do you send a picture of me?
This
Yeah,
is how Layla's staring at Lou right now.
save the map
That
that I was working
I-
on.
Need you to stop that. That's
I'm-
unsettling.
This is what I see when you look at me.
No. All right, how about we just mention that there are some bad things going on up north and that it shouldn't be messed with.
Can we mention that I was totally right about the teachers the whole time?
Yep.
Okay.
As usual. Layla was right the whole time.
Thank
And
you. I'm
everyone
really
else is stupid dum-dums.
well. Hey, Pugnat's all right. You too, Ronan. Except for the whole mind control thing, that was a little questionable.
And I got to burn the house down.
I mean, I didn't ask for it to happen, and it was relatively kind. I mean, I didn't try to kill anybody.
But
The blue-eyed stare has been moved to Maladin.
No.
Lou's also going to stare at Melody.
No.
See, it's best that we just kind of don't say anything. At least in my opinion, it's your mother. Do whatever you'd like to. Just North Weathermount is off limits.
Yeah.
Or to maybe give that message to Bebin so Bebin doesn't try to go up there anytime soon.
Yeah, I think I remember where Bebin lives.
Fair enough. Okay. So after a good bit of the afternoon being taken up walking back to Ithne's house. Eventually, you guys get to the front door. How do you guys kind of reintroduce yourself or like come back?
Lou's gonna knock the way that Lou always knock. He does the Lou knock that I definitely remember.
Hey, can you give me an example? Because I don't remember it.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It does not pick up on audio.
Oh, okay. You can just like
I think we
say,
tried that last time actually.
just
and
say
it didn't work
knock.
out.
Just go like knock, knock
Mm,
in the pattern Lou does.
well, I would do that, however,
Yeah, what's up?
um, that's putting a lot of strain on Lou's very fragile memory.
Oh, I'm very sorry, Lou. I would never want to do that.
Right.
Anyways, he
funny.
knocks. His new
As
Lou
you
knock.
begin to knock, Ronin softly is like, it's probably open. And as he is kind of cut off by Ithne's voice, you hear, "It's open."
Oh gosh,
Hey,
I'm
Lou?
sorry. I'll open the door.
Lou,
Okay.
Yeah.
how are you gonna explain the double barred situation?
Oh yeah. Hey, you remember that famous singer Orion? He's gonna say, walking into the house and taking his boots off.
Hello to you too. Yes, I do.
Well, yeah, hello. We've got 2 more guests.
Okay. And you see that she is currently in the kitchen making something. Neela's kind of sitting at the table, just doodling. And she goes, "That would have been nice to know." As you see
I-
her begin to reach into another thing and kind of pull out like a bigger pot.
It's okay. They don't need to eat. They,
Oh,
Lou,
okay.
yeah.
that's kind of we can't do that.
Okay, maybe they need to eat a little bit, but like, I will help. Lou will
Are these
roll.
guests of yours?
This is Layla's father and uncle.
Oh, okay.
They've had to relocate from Northern Weathermount because it is now a little off limits because there is some bad stuff going on up there.
Are these criminals?
No,
Definitely not.
Not any more than I am.
I'm gonna say your son's a criminal. What?
Well, criminal is relative. No, I'm kidding. She's just breaks into
Criminals
like
are
a
relative term.
No,
Uh,
good and
like a-
bad is relative.
anarchist and
Criminal is
good
by the
criminals.
law.
They're good criminals.
Okay, well, what's going on up there?
Oh. How do we put this?
Hey, there's a giant
Um,
monster or something up there.
some sea monster issues and some
Non-sea monster issues.
mostly sea monster issues.
Okay. Can I ask you to make a persuasion check? Let me
Who?
pull up the tape campaign real quick because I cannot see your roles currently. Why am I not signed in?
Sorry, that's my fault.
Oh, yeah, totally. If you guess my password, good on you.
No, I just hacked into your computer. You were busy, so
Right, totally.
Meatball help me.
Yeah. So I'm sure he knows what keys do.
Well-
Okay, it's pulled up now. Did anyone roll persuasion?
Who's
Oh.
rolling?
Yes. Since
A dirty 20.
okay.
And I'm sorry if it didn't show up.
Nope, you're all good. I see it now.
Oh, good.
She says, oh, is that why you weren't here yesterday?
Yeah, pretty much.
Gotcha. So you like walked around the entire thing? Did you have to pay the bridge fee?
Oh no, we got around that.
Oh, okay. Well, dinner will be ready soon. I don't think I have enough chairs.
I mean, Ronaine, how good is that woodworking of yours?
If you're asking if I can make 2 chairs in 20 minutes, not that great, no.
That we'll
Have you ever
work on
heard the
that.
analogy about making a goldfish climb a tree? That's kind of what I'm. This feels like a weighted question.
I mean, I feel like if I were a goldfish, I could climb that tree. But okay. It's all right. I think two of us can sit on the floor.
But Ithne eventually speaks up and she says, well, if you two are done conversing, Luke, can you help me get the carrots from the spice room, please?
Yep,
The canning
sure thing.
room.
Yeah, Luke the canning
I know.
room.
Walking behind you, as you step through the threshold, you feel a gentle hand on your back as you're kind of shoved further in. The rest of the party sees Ithne in a courteous, or not courteous, just like a polite but brisk manner, close the door behind her. And she looks at you and she says, "Why? What's going on here? This is this recruitment? Is
What do you mean?
We have too many bards.
this is
All right, so
you haven't really spoken to me about this, and now I have 2 people in my living room."
I'm sorry. So the issues in the north have forced out Layla's uncle and father, who would have been staying there, but they would be in danger there.
Right, but only the 2 of them, and alright, is
The
Southern
rest of the
Weathermount okay?
town,
This if it's the
Southern
ocean?
Weathermount's okay. It's
Okay.
just the north, and the rest of the town will be fine for now. Those two, I guess, just are too involved.
She kind of gives you a side eye, and she goes, okay, well,
Don't worry, we are heading back towards the Desecrated Acres tomorrow. It's only for a night.
okay. Did
Also,
the
Neela, sorry, go ahead.
no, this seems more important.
Neela cannot go back up north for her own safety.
I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
Bebin should also probably not go up north, and
Okay.
you might want to go over what those teachers were teaching Neela.
Okay, that's a lot of information. I guess I'll start with Neela. Neela can stay here and help around the house. Don't know if I'll pry. I mean, she seemed to be learning magic. That's about all I know. As for Bebin has kind of taken the past couple days off. I haven't seen her around.
All right.
Oh.
Well,
Where's
if that covers the basis.
yeah, where's she living now, Bebin?
I'm not quite sure. From what I can tell, she kind of moved out and travels to and fro from time every now and again.
Oh, all right, yeah.
More of like a welcomed help whenever she's around, but she does seem to disappear for bits of time. Something I'm kind of familiar with, but
Yeah.
yeah. And as she's kind of talking to you, you see that she's pulling probably way too many carrots as she's kind of paying more attention to this conversation than her actions, as she is handing you like one carrot after another. And
I
eventually you have like
think
a handful of carrots.
I don't think we're feeding rabbit folk. I think we might be all right on the carrots.
No, that guy died long ago.
No, stop.
Oh,
I
yes.
Don't mind me.
totally forgot that this was a private conversation. I was gonna hop in and be like, "Where does she live now? When was the last time you saw her? Was she going up north?"
And with that, she pulls away all the carrots, but except maybe like 4 pretty decent ones, enough to kind of add and not be like the main part of the dish, but like a accent, so to speak.
Yeah.
Um,
All right. Okay. All right.
Everything good?
Yeah.
Okay. So the party, you guys kind of hear whispers back and forth, followed by like a oh right, and then quickly Lou is kind of the first one to leave, holding some carrots. Ithne's hands are empty, but she kind of goes back and she says, well, there's two ways we can do this. The military way is that Layla, your rations are kind of cut to feed the new guests of ours, or everyone can kind of take a little bit off the top.
On the left are more done for
I
you.
agree.
I'm sorry.
No, you're okay.
Getting dinner. There's important dinner information.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay. I
Cakes on the right. What is Mr. K?
I'm all good over here.
I mean, I need to. I was never trained for the military.
I will take a small portion. It's okay.
No, like I can contribute for sure, for shoresies, but you know,
I mean, I guess in the end, it's kind of up to all of us. I mean, we would find sharing as well. It's just kind of one of those things I thought I would mention out loud. Okay, well that's fine. Well, everyone get seated. Dinner's almost ready. And you guys all kind of take seats. I think in one way, I think Rias definitely like runs almost like musical chairs to get a seat before anyone else. Leon kind of stands in the back, kind of 1,000-yard stare, just looking over the place.
Dog is still in shock.
Before eventually like taking a seat in the corner of the living room.
You know, Layla, you could take. You know, Layla, youngest usually takes the floor.
I'm gonna look at Neela. Well, you heard him.
No.
Wow.
I mean, that does
No.
fit what you just said.
Are you guys able to see this or no? Is it blank?
That is black. But I drew
Alright.
side of the table, and I think she's beautiful.
Oh my
I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking at.
I was trying to pull the map of the world, but it didn't pull correctly.
I will say after making my joke towards Neela, I am just gonna unfurl the carpet and let it hover about at chair height and sit on crisscross applesauce.
Okay, that works, yeah. Neela stares at it, but doesn't seem necessarily impressed. But she.
I know
is
I'm getting on the carpet, not her.
I know, yeah, but she's
Okay, excellent.
looking at it.
What? And she's not impressed? Excuse-moi?
Nope, doesn't seem to be.
I'm looking at Lou, like, jaw on the floor.
I'm not gonna say it out loud, but
Lose
it's
my
like she was
frog.
being taught by mind flayers. What do you mean?
Yeah, they messed her up.
There was a time in my life when I was, like, happy, and this is not it.
I don't think Neela was ever happy.
Neela, have you ever been happy?
Probably when my parents were alive.
Oh.
Well,
You know who has dead parents? Maladin. We don't know about Renane's parents yet. That's to be determined.
Gonna
I didn't discuss.
where is it you, Maladin?
I haven't been happy ever, kid.
You see?
That's pretty funny.
There's always someone who has it worse. Unless you're Maladin.
Nuh-uh.
Okay,
Literally
this
not.
show's going correctly.
I have it way worse than Aladdin, actually.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Alright,
You have
real
two
quick,
dads.
can you guys see this?
Yeah, we can.
Awesome. Just for when the time comes. Sorry about that.
I can see what's on Chase's stream.
Yeah, which he
I
put
can
it under the
clearly know
page.
what
So
Good. I mean, that is just the world map. I wanted to have a copy of my little
yeah,
nook
it
over here.
showed up on the game. I just had it covered with the character paper.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh, good. Sounds good. So I guess kind of like an awkward eating mixture of like glares back and forth and slurps.
hey,
As
how's Romaine managing with his one arm?
he seems relatively composed.
Can I ask if it's wrapped?
It is, yeah.
Okay, he did that before walking in.
Well, I mentioned it when you first met him, but I haven't. I think he's been casually wrapping it throughout the days.
Okay, yeah.
So like as soon as he switched back with Paladin and the zombie arm like stuck out and threw his other arm into the woods or water, he
Okay.
immediately started pulling out bandages and rewrapping it.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
so it's wrapped up. It is, different than his right arm, as one is, normal and showing, and the other is kind of withered and wrapped. But he seems to be kind of holding it in his lap, kind of not making it a big deal while eating with his right hand.
All right.
As far as general demeanor, to him it's just like another Tuesday.
Yeah.
He just seems to just be enjoying the food that he has in front of him and focusing intently on it.
You see, Romaine doesn't complain about his sorry lot in life.
You get a
Okay.
lot of awkward looks.
No,
while he-
no.
Very funny.
Be Lou.
And
Lou's
if
mom
he
will
sees it, he's
remember
like,
that.
well,
Okay.
you guys grew together, so I mean, if his life was so sorry, I guess yours was too, was it not? And she
Oh, I
kinda
was
has
talking
like
about the.
a frown on her face almost. Like
I was
a
just talking about his arm, which is just hurt right now.
right, and it's been this way since you could remember, yes?
Pretty much.
Yeah, remember, right?
Remember. Remember. You know the meme?
Something's weird today.
What?
Nothing.
No, Callie didn't hear that. What?
Something feels weird today.
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, Lou, you have a very good talent for being wrong.
That is debatable.
Is it? Would you like
Yeah.
to debate it? Because I've got a spoiler alert.
So did my little private fund help what you were looking for?
Oh, yes. We were able to set up a new supply route via the river with a fisherman.
Oh,
And he'll be able to
really?
safely transport food to the Desperate Acres with a
With himself.
yes, and with a bag of something, bag of endless dimension or whatever it was.
Oh yes, the bag of gathering random things and shoving it in it. No, I'm kidding.
But yes,
Yes.
that. That's
Yeah.
actually the description. It's not the name, that's just the description.
Oh, okay. I knew they were selling a few of those. I never really thought to think if it would actually get things through untainted.
Apparently
But
so.
clever idea. Yeah, I'm glad that worked out.
Yes.
You kind of
So
tell she's trying to diffuse the awkward set of jokes and conversation that she doesn't understand.
yeah.
But that's nice. I hope that helped pretty decently.
Yes, absolutely.
Leon, after playing with his spoon, kind of like in the stew, rolling it back and forth, he kind of goes, yeah, is there, pardon to intrude entirely, is there just a place I can rest my head?
Well, now we've encountered another issue. If you thought seating was bad, just wait.
Right.
Well,
Well, if this corner isn't taken, I guess I'll lay claim.
I mean, the cabinet is very cozy.
Like in it,
It's
That might
or
be
a dark,
better.
quiet room with pickled goods.
I would enjoy privacy, yes.
There you go.
Kind of looks to Ithne just to make sure that's okay, and she gives a subtle nod. Layla, he goes up to you, and with the stew left over that he has not touched, he kind of sets it next to you. And he kind of goes, "Well, night," and kind of goes into the pickled area to get some shut eye, assumed.
Night.
Is he like hungover or?
No, I think that's just him.
All right.
Arise speaks up and he says, "I think he's just a little stressed."
Oh yeah, because of yeah.
Yeah, leaving his
Yeah.
fancy home and
all of his
livelihood behind that he
alcohol
had built up.
and his maid.
Well, up until a couple days ago, he was rather sober from what I heard.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
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 Anyways, great stew.
Yeah,
Mm.
I'm glad we're emulating an awkward conversation over
Yeah,
the dinner
I
table.
Yeah. It's going pretty well. But I will say, if there's nothing else that you guys want to talk about, we can kind of all take a long rest and then wake up and travel to the Desecrated Acres. I don't know if there's anything else that you guys.
Yes. I want
Yeah,
to know
I
the
think it's
sleeping arrangements for everyone in this house.
Oh, I think Lou, Maladin, Ronaine, and Pugnat are gonna have like a pile, just a
They-
pile.
Sleepover again.
Yeah, boy sleepover, boys' night.
I'm putting a Molotov in there.
Why would Layla want to be in boys' night? Boys' night isn't fun if you're not gross.
How would
And-
you know?
Because I've been to boys' night. Boys' night's weird. I'm
Okay,
sorry, did I forget to mention I've been to boys' night?
I think Layla would.
I feel like by definition, it's no longer.
Oh, you'd be surprised. It's still all of what you expect from boys' night, and all of the somewhat like everyone's in bed. It's night. It's all dark. Every like 15 to 30 minutes, someone will say something, and everyone will laugh. And continue until like 3 a.m.
You know,
Talking IRL or
she ain't
IRL.
wrong.
I'm not
Yeah,
wrong
you're
because
right,
I've been
right.
there. Because that's how it is.
It's either
And someone will fart, and someone will be like, "Did you fart?" And then everyone laughs.
it's either
Oh, okay,
not
maybe
talk.
that.
Yeah, not that. It's either
Yeah.
not talking, saying something every once in a
Yeah.
while, and just chilling, or
Yeah.
it's we're playing a competitive game against each other, trash
Exactly.
talking up
And
until
usually
3
it's the
a.m.
second one and then the
Yeah,
first one.
I was about to say cussing until 3 a.m.
Exactly.
And then, one of you has to wake up for a wedding and, leave.
No, that
I
was a
just
different night.
recounted. Yeah.
That was the next one, where I stayed up till
Yeah.
6 a.m. playing Resident
And
Evil.
then everyone wakes up
Yeah.
at like 12 and you eat blueberry muffins. And that's my experience with like guys' night.
Right.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that was back
Um,
in high school when like it wasn't someone went out, it was someone's mom went out and got blueberry muffins for everyone.
I'm gonna say now it's alcohol's involved too.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. Yeah.
Oh, alcohol was
Oh,
involved back
yeah.
then, but you know,
True.
I
Illegally.
wasn't involved with it.
Yeah.
But
The
yes,
guys might
of
be
course there were
involved.
fireballs.
I just found a laptop.
You
Oh,
just found a laptop.
Yeah.
Cool.
Is it good?
You remember my
Oh,
you probably
your old one from high school
Your-
that sounded like it wanted to explode every time you turned on? Yeah, that one?
that might have been the laptop I just found.
Okay, yeah.
Guess
The,
where it was?
the one that you turned it on and it sounded like a rocket ready to take off.
Hey, I consider it a Formula One car.
Yeah.
I also found my high school yearbooks.
To answer your prior question, and asking Ithni, I think Ithni would have relatively the same sleeping situation, putting you and Neela in the same room, and then all the guys kind of
I pile.
sleeping in the living room in various places. Leon will be in the pickling room, and Ithni will have her own.
That works.
Yeah.
Awesome. Then all of y'all can press the magical long rest button.
Oh, finally! It's been so many years.
Yeah. And then miraculously wake up from beaten and bloodied and on death's door just perfectly fine.
Ah. And I think Renee. No. No. What's his name? Maladin should take like a damage because I think Lou kicks him.
You forgot about me?
I couldn't remember for a split second.
Why do you want to kick Maladin?
No, not on purpose. Just
Fair.
on accident. In the face.
Awesome. One thing I will say is all of you find out that Arias snores while sleeping.
Oh gosh.
And it's rather
I think-
loud, and he is very, very, almost to an obnoxious point, obviously uncomfortable. As throughout the night, there is several moments of rustling and just like kind of like a mixture of like fake and real old man groans. You know, whenever someone stands up and they like smack both of their knees and go "Ah," as they stand or sit, kind of similar to that. Eventually, you guys all wake up, unless there is any form of discussion needed during nighttime. But there's been quite a bit, so no force.
Lou. Don't.
Hey guys. Listen, I just want to say.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
He's just gonna let that hang in the air and he's gonna
Sounds good. Well, then we will kind of skip the wake up routine, as you guys have kind of been through it before. Aiden makes food. Neela gets eggs ready, unless Lou, you want to take that over again.
No, he doesn't want to take it from her. It's like the one thing she gets to do.
Especially
Yeah.
since you just like killed one of her teachers.
Yeah, I did kill her teacher, so yeah.
Yeah.
Let's not make it sound like a bad thing.
Yeah.
Fair.
They could have been nice mind flayers. They were
No.
not nice.
Yeah.
Doesn't
You
exist.
guys kind of can say your goodbyes and start heading towards the desecrated acre.
Yeah.
Let me switch maps real quick, and this is the reason I was checking earlier, because I'm just going to bring out the world map for the time being. Dang, this takes forever to shrink. There we go. That's good enough. So as it was last time, you have two routes, which is the official bridge, the water, I guess, like you guys did, although it's going to take quite a bit of time now that you have 7 individuals to kind of get across the water. Or you guys can go back on the kind of land bridge, that segment that you guys.
I think it's carpet time. I think it's
did last time.
2 awkward people at a time, carpet time.
Oh, excellent. That's my favorite
I
time.
will walk.
That's not a good idea. Get back here.
So I guess we can put it up to a poll. What routes do you guys want to take? So it sounds like carpet ride, if everyone can be okay with that, or the land bridge.
I'm good with carpet ride.
I'm going to start taking people across, and if anyone wants to walk, then they can.
Okie dokie. So we'll say getting to that area probably takes about an hour of travel, followed by, let's say, probably closer to like 2 hours to get everyone across one at a time. And eventually, you guys find yourself back on the coast of the Desecrated Acres. And what is the objective today?
Breathe in the stale air.
Yes, as soon as you pass over it, it does become like the worst muggy part of like Florida, so to speak.
Ugh.
Go
Air
hunting
is
for
very
deer.
dry. You hear like the weird wind howling, dry with granules of sand and other things in it. Every once in a while, you swear you hear a whisper within it, but you can't really tell.
Well, I think we might need to see about those people that have been rotting in prison. I think it's let's avoid any more rotting if we can.
Avoid more rotting in prison.
In
As a
prison,
treat.
yeah. As a treat and reward for those people.
Fair enough. So we can jump right into that if you guys are going there.
Yeah.
Okay. So kind of guiding yourself through the Desecrated Acres area. And mind you, you guys will be using rations while here.
Yo.
Um, Eventually through Ronane's help, as well as maybe some familiarity returning to you, Lou, find yourselves at the entrance to the mining area, as it has been called. And with it, you see several individuals that have, through one means or another, kind of gotten themselves into indentured servitude. One thing about the area is you know that while working in the mines, they will provide you with food and a rather poor amount of monetary gain, as it's more as of a means to keep you sustainable enough to go back into the mines the next day. Does not seem like people around here make a lot of money, and they don't really care because what are they going to spend their money on? Food? Housing is free because everything's destroyed. They can just hole up somewhere for the night. And this is gathered just through like hearing people talk amongst each other about the area, and one person will complain and the other will be like, no.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys head away from that to a pretty decently small building to the side. And as you walk in, you see guards kind of at the door who don't pay you any mind. And you see 6 cells, and 4 of them are full. No, we'll say 5. We'll say 5 of them full. I just thought something that would be pretty cool.
Oh, I guess we need to see who's in. Okay, wait, Ronan, who are we looking for again?
We are looking for Warden.
Warden.
Why?
And do I know
Okay.
Warden?
Okay. Can we please quit naming people job titles?
Okay, this is only the second
Why would
one,
you
I
do that? Why
promise.
would you name him Warden when there's a
This-
prison warden?
Are we gonna meet like an actual warden?
It is.
Is
It
his
is
name gonna
very.
be Prisoner?
No, it is a trope that I will admit that I have fallen into, where like very highly prestigious people call themselves by their title. You just happen to run into the 2 people that enforce that you call them doctor just because they got a doctorates in something that doesn't matter.
I mean,
You know
I
what I
wouldn't
mean?
force that.
I've never
You're
understood it,
you're
and I'm
one
like,
of the
It's
how
such
do
an
professors I
ego
hated the
thing.
most.
Yes,
Yes.
it's very much an ego thing.
And there's nothing I would love more than pedantically correcting people about my title.
You know what? Here, I'll make it better. You guys are looking for Warden Wiggins.
Warden Wiggins.
Warden Wiggins.
Wiggins.
Yep.
Is that with an I or an E?
2 eyes.
Okay.
Uh,
Wiggins. All right.
but you
Found
see,
another one.
yeah. So you see 6 cells, lined up, 3 on each side, and then what seems to be a very prestigious-looking door with a guard in front of it. Yep. He seems to be blocking. You do not see anyone named Warden Wiggins within this room.
But do we see the warden?
No.
Oh.
You see a guard that is blocking the door. This one seems to be a bit more decked out than the other individuals at the door. This one seems to be inside and well suited to kind of protect whatever is behind this door. It looks like an office. You see a brass plate that says Warden Wiggins on it and on the door, but this dude is standing in the way. Do you wish
Okay, so Warden
to-
Wiggins is the warden.
Yes.
I see. I
Yes.
thought I meant like what
Kelly.
prisoners are we looking for? Yeah.
Oh no. Okay. So looking into the various cells, my apologies.
We're breaking out a guy named Warden.
Did nothing tip you off there that might be the warden?
Oh yes.
No.
You ask, you're like, can we speak to Warden? And all 5 people raise their hand in the middle of a jail cell wearing ranks. The 5 individuals you see, each in their own cell, includes one gentleman that while he is in a cell, he is wearing robes with very nice accents and everything, kind of a maroon color to him, as he is wearing goggles and kind of very in-depth squiggling on a piece of paper before getting kind of frustrated with it, balling it up and throwing it into the corner. And he seems to be talking to himself more like a, come on, remember. He seems to be, from just the scribbles you see him drawing, attempting to make a very small and nondescript map for himself.
He almost sounded
You
like
see-
Dude Lou there for a second.
For real?
Yeah, come on, remember. Lou doesn't know how to write. That's silly.
To the left of his cell, you see a man wearing well-worn armor with a dagger in his hand. And as he kind of spins it in his palm and flips it into the air, you see the guard at the door looks over and says, I thought we took all of those from you. Keep popping up. And he just kind of chuckles to himself. You see scars on his face, dried blood on his cloth, and he seems to have gray hair and a very scraggly goatee. To their left and closest to the door you entered, you see a creature that you haven't really seen before. It's a humanoid with a bluish tint to him and scales kind of coating various features of their face. While they breathe in and out air, you see on his neck, well, her neck, gills that kind of flutter and take in extra air, as this seems to be an aquatic human being with fish-like features. It's wearing golden armor and does not seem to have a weapon. It seems that was stripped from him. On the other side, across from this man trying to draw himself a map, you see a scraggly, large Goliath. His hair matted and long. Kind of just sitting there patiently and quietly with his hand kind of cusped together at a desk. But that's about all that you see from this figure at this time. Next, you see, kind of in a frantic manner, skittering about, approximately 3 feet tall, what you all know as a kobold.
Hey.
as he is darting around the room, kind of frantically, almost like a wild cat trapped in a corner, gnawing on various bars and leaving minor dents in them. Kind of very anxious and very, very energetic at this moment. And he keeps repeating to himself kind of loudly, and it seems to be annoying all the other guests.
Remember.
No. He's like, this is a mistake. You can let me go. I needed only a gear. Please. As he's gnawing and slobbering all over all of the bars and everything. And other than like a pair of pants that seem to be made from a potato sack, he doesn't seem to have anything else on him. But the guard that seems to be guarding this door says, well, you don't look like prisoners. Can we help you?
Yes, we need to speak to the warden.
Oh God, have you been staying out of trouble?
Well, yeah, we haven't gotten into any trouble.
Kind of glares at you and says, right. Well, Warden Wiggins is in, but he's rather busy. Do you mind telling me what this is about?
I'm gonna look at Renee.
We are hoping to perhaps get some of these people out of jail. You see, he's kind of like projecting a more intimidating tone. And he says, "Oh, a transfer of money. Yes, that's well worth Warden's time." And he kind of reaches over and opens the door, kind of pushes it open, and you guys see a very large desk and a very large chair, and you see two tiny hands that are sticking up over it, kind of writing things down. He says, Warden, a deal is to be made.
Oh God,
You
is
hear
it the family member of the mayor?
Ah, yes.
Oh no.
And
Okay.
you hear two very tiny footfalls hit the floor before the very omniscient presence of a halfling male who seems to have way too much stuff in his hair. It's kind of parted on one side and very greased and shiny. Approaches, both of his hands behind his back, and walks forward. And he says, "Oh, Lou! Come to get more, well, how do I say this? Recruits?"
I really thought you were gonna say fodder.
That's
That could work.
hey, that's a great way to put it. We are hoping to get a few people out of here out of, kindness, neighborly duty. Ronan, you can handle that.
Renee kind of opens his pack and then just like drops a bag of gold at his feet. At Ronane's feet. He's not handing it over to the warden. And he says, right, well, how much do you have to offer? Perhaps we can barter. And he kind of gets excited. And he walks forward and he starts with, he's going to go in the same order I did. He goes to, this is William. William's been in our custody rather willingly. Just kind of writing his little doodles and everything. I'm hoping that it turns into something I can profit from personally. Sees that he holds a mental map of the Underdark. He says there's some riches down there.
Paladin
Goes to the next
snorts.
That's cool.
And he
No.
goes to the next person. He says, this is Carl. We don't know where he keeps getting those daggers. We caught him trying to profit from his murderous rampages. Sounds like someone you might have interest in.
You have a poor opinion of me.
He goes to the fish person. He says, honestly, we don't know who the fuck this is, but we found him her holding people kind of not hostage, but rather aggressively. And we thought this was an opportune time to kind of figure out where they came from and, see if there's any deals to be made. This is a Triton. Then he goes to the other side and he says, this is our poor gravedigger Zamir. He keeps I don't know, saying rumors and secrets about the town, and well, frankly, I don't know what he does, but I'm calling it dark magic. He's found a way that some people don't need to eat anymore, and that's bad for business. He walks up to the kobold, says, funnily enough, Lou, this is a recognizable face. We found him trying to steal gears and cogs and various other things from people. He kind of gestures to, yes, you do. Sorry, I just now.
Oh,
read the
yeah.
message.
Because
So
we talked about
scrolling
that.
up, yeah, scrolling up to see the name. If you want to remind me real quick of what that name is, because it is
Oh.
exactly who you think it is.
Yeah, that's
Gruffid.
That's Gruffid.
Yeah. But he seems a little bit too irate to like recognize you, and immediately begins to kind of like plead. Where he's like, "I'm just trying to defend myself. I only needed the gear."
Lou will probably like go up to the cage, kind of like walking up to an animal, which he's not very good at doing, but
Yeah.
gently, nicely.
Careful, Lou.
Make me a
Hey,
nature
that-
check.
I would say this would be diplomacy of some form. I would say probably
Just as good.
Persuasion.
All right.
You want help?
Yeah. Yes, please.
Sure, go for it. We'll say like as Lou approaches this, Layla is in character saying like, just be like take it easy.
Yeah.
Remember the
Would make it
horses.
Buddy.
Remember
Very-
the horse.
Very suitable for
You-
this situation.
We know each other. Yeah. That is a 15.
He kind of holding back tears and sniffling away a rather large amount of mucus. He looks at you and he goes, Lou? I thought you were gone.
Well, I was for a little bit.
I had to find my own gears and cogs and whistles.
I know, buddy. You don't have to anymore.
Get me out of here. As he begins to kind
You
of
got it.
wail and kind of grovel for your assistance. Looking at Warden, he just seems to kind of look at him with his nose up, kind of just like, my God, would this creature just shut up?
Can't even afford his own gears. Brokey.
Brokey, yeah. He says, well, if you're looking to get any of these out, they vary. I would say the one promising me riches, I could give them to you for 50 gold. Mercenary, I could see some use for him in our system. Maybe 30 gold. Triton, perhaps 25. Zamir, perhaps 25. I guess he does have duties to return to. We don't have many grave diggers in the area. And, this miserable, wailing creature. Perhaps 15 gold?
I don't know. Do you really want to keep him here when he's gonna keep going on like that,
Well, eventually I'll take him to the mines and he'll be funny for the lot of them for a bit of time.
Oh, you can hear him from in here. He's that loud.
No, you don't hear much coming from the mines except for screams. Sometimes.
Oh, and the wailing, constantly, forever. I know
Something
him
will get
pretty
to him
well.
eventually.
You always think that.
What are you attempting to do?
persuade him to lower the price because who wants a prisoner who's going to be wailing like that forever?
How about you choose somebody? I'll tell you what. Each one of you can kind of pick somebody and make your own persuasion roll if you can kind of convince me on why they're worth less, so to speak.
I mean, this guy, he's not very strong either. He can't really do much work in the mines. Like at all. I kept him around for some reason.
Very leader-like. I kept him around for
Hey.
entertainment.
You may roll with advantage as Gruffit is actively crying and wailing and pleading.
Oh, he's like, Lou, I thought we were friends. Oh, hey, hold on. I've got a neat thing that I'd like to use that is called my lucky die.
Okay.
Or I have inspiration. I'll use my inspiration.
Okay.
Come on, Lou. Come on. You can roll one high number. Yes, that's a 19.
So in the essence of luck, as you're trying to persuade Wiggins to lower the price of Gruffid, Gruffid begins to cry even louder, and tear and snot seems to be wailing, dripping into the floor. And you reach over to like pat him on the shoulder, but apparently do it too hard. And he gets down on all fours and goes, and just pukes in the floor. And Wiggins looks at him and says, "Oh, God." It's like,
I'm honestly doing you a favor.
you, five gold, and I'll clean the mess.
3 gold and I'll clean the mess.
You know what? Sold.
All right.
That's actually a very good counterpoint. I applaud
We
that.
will give hand him the 3 gold.
As soon as the gold is handed, can I use prestidigitation to clean up the mess?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Absolutely.
Absolute pleasure doing business with you.
As everyone kind of watches this very nasty scene, almost like puddle and then roll out the front door. Or seep through the floorboards, whichever you would like.
Okay, but as soon as it's gone, I want to use my next prestidigitate to make like a little puff of pink glitter come out of wherever it just vanished from. Like very late. The thing is
Okay,
totally
yeah.
gone before it disappears, but I think it's funny.
Yeah, you like roll it out, and then you can see that Wiggins begins to wait on the next response, and he's like, "Anything?" And then you hear "Pff," as glitter kind of pokes through and then dissipates. He goes, "Anything else?"
Hey, Lou,
Yeah.
I think we should break that knife guy out.
You mean legally barter for his release? You
Yeah.
can go for that. I trust you.
All right, I'm gonna.
Wait,
wanna-
wait. Hold on. Before you do that,
Okay.
Lou's gonna walk over to Ronaine first. Do we know that guy?
No.
All right. Do we
Once.
think he's bad news? All right, I'll handle this. Hey, fella, what's your name again?
Sorry, I'm back. Haley had to
No,
swap in.
oh,
on
you're
me.
good.
My name is Layla.
Carl, yeah?
Still Layla.
Yep.
No, not Layla, no. Layla down.
Did you hit your head or something?
All right, be real with me. Is the killing like a fun thing or is it just a make ends meet thing? What's happening here?
Well, frankly, didn't have the best childhood.
All right, I don't need to
And-
know your whole backstory. I'm kidding.
Fine.
Go ahead.
It's both. As he just kind of sits there continuously tossing the dagger.
Do you work well with others?
Do I look like I work well with others?
Good point. Walk back over to Layla. you might not be a good fit.
You know what, Lou? I didn't think you would be a good fit, and now we're friends.
I work well with others.
Listen,
Right.
if any of you need somebody dead, not in the desecrated acres, Mr. Warden, I'll owe you. But if you
Wait.
don't get me out, I'll be out of here in no time.
Wait, Lou.
He said he'll be out in no time. I
Okay.
trust him. Look at him. Look how many knives he has.
We can get him to kill Yapala.
How big of a target are you willing to take?
I can take on relatively any man.
All
Or
right.
beast?
Any male?
Yeah, I could take out like a pretty big wolf.
All right. I've got a
Or
big wolf
maybe
for
like
you.
something the size of a mammoth?
How about a whale?
Or a whale. A whale's
You're-
closer.
Listen, I've never really come in contact with a whale.
But you could probably take it, right?
What's
You're
a
pushing
whale?
your luck, kid.
I don't know. I don't know if he
Kid.
should. Like, he did get caught after all. We might need someone bigger and stronger and more manly to be able
Let's
to do
just
something
say,
like that.
listen, fuck you, first of all. Second of all, when you go to slice someone's throat and they let out the highest pitched scream you've ever heard, alerts all the fucking crows, and all of a sudden you're surrounded by 6 people that aren't your targets, I consider that a professional courtesy of not making it a bloodbath.
That was very kind.
Who did you kill?
Yeah, I don't know. As soon as I get out of here, they'll just give me money and I'll move on somewhere else.
Like to a mammoth.
Yet again, I don't. You're honestly starting to piss me off a little.
All right, we're not saving this guy.
She tends to have that effect on people.
You know what, Lou? I thought we were friends.
We are. That's why I'm honest
Well,
with
if
you.
I ever see your name in the docket, just know it ain't personal. He kind of
And
chuckles to
just
himself.
know that it ain't personal if I feel like having a bad day. Moving on. Yeah,
You shouldn't say ain't. It doesn't suit you.
I know. Trust me, I know.
All right.
All right, you stole my accent. Now it's personal.
I said
You
one
stole my
word.
exit. Now it's personal.
I'll be honest, I
Almost like an old Telltale game you see in the corner that Carl will remember this.
oh no. We're gonna be hunted down by Carl, who can't even take down a mammoth. That's not much to sneeze at. Alright. Hi, ma'am. What's your name?
It's still Layla.
No, the Triton woman.
In a very proper stance, just kind of at the bars, she simply looks you up and down. Not in like a seductive way or anything like that, but in
Oh
like
man.
a sizing you up degree.
All right. I'm Lou,
Lou,
and yeah,
I was here on business that isn't any of yours.
well, it sort of is our business actually.
Hmm.
We were sent here. We didn't just pop by for a visit, you know. I mean, I did have to get gruffed out.
You are what holds me between my freedom and dealing with bigger matters. What is a name that you can easily pronounce? I'm sure mine would trouble you.
Try me.
I'm not even gonna attempt to do this. You see, flaring her nostrils and taking a deep inhale, she begins to almost like gargle in like a deep guttural tone. Does anyone speak primordial?
No.
I wish I did.
Okay, then to you it is just a deep guttural gurgle mixed with a few unique shrieks and squeals. And as her lung completely deflates, she quickly begins to breathe as normal.
You're right, I can't pronounce that. However, I'll use whatever name you're comfortable with.
Lou
I
just
implore you to
screeches.
free me.
I didn't hear either of you.
Oh,
My bad.
Chase, you go first.
Nah, I'm good. It was stupid.
Okay, no, you're good. She simply said, "I implore you to free me."
All right. What business do you have?
If you could not understand my name, how could you understand what is going on?
Does it have
under
anything
the
to do with
water?
the aboleth or the talking fish?
As an aboleth?
No,
You have talking fish.
no. We have neither one of those. He's mental. There's something
Then
wrong with him.
perhaps it does not involve you.
That's a good point. And we're gonna help you out anyway. Right, Lou?
I mean, yeah. You don't seem to be bad. Why were you holding people hostage, actually?
Well, you have not seen talking fish. They had.
Are you trying to. What are you trying to do with these people who've seen the talking fish?
Hold them hostage, clearly.
Ask much more important questions than their name.
Okay, so just information, honest information gathering. That's fine.
Lou,
Well, yeah,
I think you should include Maladin in the conversation.
Maladin.
Because Maladin does get to choose one as well.
This is an issue.
What?
Well, I don't really want to know the guy with the Underdark.
I
Okay.
want to know the guy with the under.
No.
There is the there is also the Gravekeeper who seems to be healing people of the famine in the area. Named Zamir.
You know, we had a collective cast here that was colorful. That did sound like a very useful trick. I choose him. That's my starter Pokemon.
Pikachu?
Okay.
I
How
won't-
do you try
Wait,
to?
wait.
Oh, go ahead.
Zamir's cheaper though. You can go ahead, but like,
Okay,
actually no, that's fine.
Man.
I gotta speak up on this. You argued and persuaded for the
Yes.
lowest cost individual in this
Yes.
place.
That's correct because I knew I could do it the best, and it was also the funniest.
Fair
In
enough.
my defense.
I did throw like a historical tie to you, but yeah. Okay, Maladin, how do you try to convince the warden that this guy is not worth what he thinks he is?
Because he doesn't want him out because that's bad for business.
Yes.
But I really want the ability to not eat.
That's a horrible thing to want, Maladin.
I mean, for flavor, sure, but just the rations, they're not tasty.
Oh, I can fix that.
How?
Lola could have fixed that the entire time.
How?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you think I've been eating that nasty crap? You just kind of. I'm gonna open up my palm and more pink glitter is gonna come out. Of course.
Yeah, okay.
No, it's like that, but I just make it taste better.
Lola, how is eating magic repeatedly very good for you? That seems like it might cause health problems.
Well, it doesn't cause amnesia.
Touche.
Can you gain inspiration for that one?
How do I
Appreciate.
how do I argue with getting a man who ruins the economy.
Say that you'll.
I could
No, I got
lie.
nothing. Sorry. Yeah, lie.
Yeah, lie.
We'll just take him
Your
out of
Honor,
the
he
desecrated
hasn't been
acres.
giving out miracles. I've been doing it.
And I've done nothing wrong.
Wait. Are we about to Arataka Reagan our way out of this?
Please.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Chase.
I could lie and just say we'll take him out of the desecrated acres.
How good are you at lying?
Not well. I'm not good at talking.
Ooh, you know what? Do your best, buddy.
Yeah. Hmm. I mean, does he? No, he doesn't care about having him in the prison. There's no negative to him being in the prison. He's not annoying like the gear guy. He hands out miracles. Maybe we can say we'll charge for miracles if he hands them out and give the warden
No,
a
but-
cut.
No. Because then we'd have to give the warden a cut.
Yeah, well, again, we can lie.
I'm gonna act like I don't hear this conversation.
Good, because you don't. This is all monologued in my head.
Yeah.
And Lou has a telepathic
This is a
connection.
conversation between the two people who are secretly pulling the strings behind Lou and Maladin
Hmm.
in their heads.
Yeah, I got no negative for him being in the prison. I have no benefit for him being outside the prison for the warden.
Okay. Walk me through this situation again.
Okay, well, he stops people from starving,
Right.
and the warden doesn't want that out in the public.
Okay.
And there's no negative for him being in the prison, because I don't think the warden cares about. If anything, the warden wants him more, because why not just like scale back on having to feed your prisoners?
Well, theoretically speaking, also, like, he can't have someone out there that is actively making people not eat, because that is partially the drive for people to enter the mines and Underdark area. But if he just puts him in the prison and makes him work, it's direct gain, and he can monitor him greatly.
I could
You
go
could say
with
that,
the-
look how old he is. He's
Well,
about
I'd-
to kick the bucket anyways.
I was going to go with the argument then that it's like there actually is an argument then that's like he can make the other prisoners not hungry and not care to work.
Yeah, it was a terrible place to put him because he can just like cure everyone that comes in here.
I'd say
True.
We'll go with
that's
that
worthy
argument.
enough for a persuasion check, yeah.
We'll go with that argument because that's the
Like, you're
only
giving
one
him a
I can think
louder
of.
Audience. You're giving him
If
a bigger
anything, yeah,
audience that way.
it's actually no more middleman.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, we'll just because I know we're kind of running out of time. Layla, you also can use your bardic inspiration for these roles. I should have mentioned it earlier, but
Okay. Is now a bad time to say I can go till 10:30?
nope, that's fine.
Yay.
I would like to bardically inspire Maladin.
Good, because I'm going to need it.
I know.
I'm just letting you know that I will not limit that to this interaction.
So we're going with a persuasion check. I have no
Okay.
inspiration except for the bardic inspiration.
Zach, what'd you say? Sorry.
I can't remember, so it probably wasn't important.
I think it was yes, we can continue for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Ooh, he ain't getting out.
Howdy, roll a 0.
He ain't getting out.
Oh no.
What did you?
Unfortunately, my price is firm on this one.
If anything, I think the price just went up. I think I gave him even better argument.
No,
no.
I won't do that as it is kind of just like Wiggins is kind of treating this as a game.
Mm.
As even though he is pompous and knows that he's making money off of this, he does have a little bit of a prideful joke side.
Good, because that 0, not,
Yeah.
not just a nat 1, a 0 really suffered.
Yes. Price is firm, 25 gold.
You know, as the former slave in the story, 25 gold's pretty cheap for a person.
I mean, yeah, you could say so. We're not buying Zamir.
Aren't we?
We're buying his freedom. We won't own
I mean,
him.
that's still that's
illegal.
that's even cheaper.
Actually,
than...
no, it's not. But I don't.
Yeah.
Did you guys even ask if he wants to be free?
No, because we don't care.
Hey, buddy,
No, bad.
you want to be free?
No,
Why
bad.
are you letting me talk to
Okay,
you?
hold on. Why
It
do we
doesn't
care? Why do we care
matter.
about asking them? But when we were asking Ronaine when he was mind controlled, he said he's perfectly fine, and then you didn't care.
Because
Lucy
Ronaine
keeps
was mind controlled, and this man's in his right mind.
Are we sure?
I can be fairly confident.
Vibe
More
check.
confident than Ronaine, who we could prove was not.
It doesn't matter. I can't help them anymore. I can't
Why not?
help him anymore.
Who are you trying to help?
He kind of rushes towards the front, and kind of makes direct eye contact with you, Lou. He says, They took it from me."
All right, sir. What did they take from you?
You're being real ambiguous right now, dog.
Let me step in here. He was found fighting a traveling group that came through with threats that they stole from him, but we couldn't really find out exactly what he was talking about, and he got quite mad at it. Decided to attack them in a non-sanctioned battle zone.
We have sanctioned battle zones.
We have battles.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's where Ronaine killed those people.
I simply cannot control everyone in town, so if you leave the grounds a good, let's say, 100 feet and then want to kill each other, go for it. Less mouths to feed.
Maladin, do you want to take a field trip?
Who are we taking with us?
Whoever is the ugliest.
Oh, Maladin, bad news for you.
I was gonna say Lou. I'm so sorry.
I now imagine an
can't call me
alternate
a pretty
reality
boy.
where you
It's
guys
that
all go
far.
to this prison, break someone out, and then just go beat the absolute crap out of them
Oh
outside
my
of.
god.
Yeah, I'll take this one. Ring, ring.
Hey,
45
Grumpet, I
gold.
remember you. in our
You're so
secret
lucky.
talks.
We are not a murder hobo party
That
here.
is
Oh
true.
gosh, yeah.
This is fodder.
You put us on Murder Hobo Island.
Well, here's some DM lore for you. Zamir, when I ran this campaign before for a different group of people, was an NPC that had a very important storyline for one of them. And instead of talking to him, they tried to murder him.
Oh my gosh.
So this is kind of a gentle a remnant of a story I thought was very detailed, but then they railroaded it and I was like, "Oh, we can't continue with this." So,
Sorry we skipped all your plotline stuff earlier, Zach.
no, it's not you. It
We're
wasn't
not
this group.
skipping stuff.
Oh, we definitely skipped stuff.
Oh yeah, but like
We
we're
skipped
trying to
pirate.
stay on course now.
We skipped Ronaine in a cave arc.
Oh, I know.
If-
I hate that we skipped Ronaine in the cave arc, but he might have died.
Yeah,
That
if
was a long
if
time to be
I'm
in a cave.
God forbid this campaign ends abruptly. But yeah, the next group of people is just gonna find like an aboleth and a drider that are best friends, just walking around, like spilling
Oh my
bad omens
gosh.
of 3 schmucks who didn't take care of their problems.
No.
I want you to know Callie and I have I think it's multiple occasions now about how we feel bad about skipping plotline stuff because we know it's gonna
Yeah.
be cool. We just miss it.
It's all good.
Yeah,
Like I
just
said,
because
I
we're
mean,
stupid.
no, it's all good. That's part of this for me.
Remember
So
that
I
laundry list
understand that
of
there are
missions
certain
we
moments
had?
that are, huh?
Remember that laundry list of missions I was listing off at the end of last session where I'm like, we still have this to do, we still have this thing that's going on, this one's going on.
Yeah. I would rather overload you guys with possible things to do than to like have that moment where it's like, and you guys are standing in the middle of nowhere on one single mission where all you can do is tread forward and fight like 4 things that don't belong there.
I have one request.
Yep.
If ever you find yourself in a drought of ideas or just want a break, can we have another beat up blue session?
Please do not.
Please do.
Let's have a
Dog,
meet up
I'm
Layla
down.
session.
It would not
We'll,
work.
we'll have like a gladiator arc or something
Oh no. No.
because I do
Yes.
have something like that planned.
Oh,
maybe
If
a
excellent.
Blue
returning character
1v1s you
that's
guys, it's
great.
over for you.
Layla
Oh,
can
you
just,
wouldn't be these
like, kick it.
characters. I would probably like roll some ideas.
Uh,
Might be a fun little flair thing where you guys can try out like different classes than you're used to.
Ooh.
Just a theory, but you know.
Okay.
oh, I
Okay.
miss Blue too much.
Yuri, thanks for watching.
That's not the end of the session, by the way.
Oh,
Where
yeah.
would you
Okay. Sir?
She stole my tagline.
Sir, is this true? Did you attack those people?
He kind of drops his shoulders and he says, I did. They took from me. And without knowing it are hurting everyone around here.
We're going to need a little more information. What did they take from you?
He kind of looks at Wiggins and he says, I cannot say.
And are you going to attack more people?
No.
All right.
Wiggins, with that conversation ending, everyone sees him kind of slowly put his hand forward, and each individual finger unfurls as he holds his hand out, expecting you to maybe pay to get him out.
I'm gonna look at the party. I'm also gonna look at Grufford, but then he's a little snotty, so I'm gonna not look at Grufford.
Can I
Yeah,
like
I think Gruffid is kind of sniffling and crying a little less, but still crying. And he has probably reached out his hand to maybe hold yours, Lou,
Yeah, Lou will hold his hand.
like
Absolutely.
a kid.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Lou's kid.
can
He's a
I
father now.
really, really hard at this guy to see if he's like evil or insane?
Roll an insight check.
Okay. $19.
What you see is a broken man, and he seems to have kind of given up on his fighting spirit. Whether that party has gone or if he sees them again, he now realizes there's not much he can do without ending up right back where he is.
All right, yeah, we'll help you.
Okay. If you would like to, you can also use your persuasion to try to barter on Samir.
Okay. Yeah, I will. I will actually. Because you know what? This is just a poor little fellow. And he deserves a second chance. Because we all deserve, not all of us, some of us deserve, like 2 of us deserve a second chance, and he's one of them. I'm the other one.
What a
And
pay.
Lou. And Maladin.
And
Ronaine hasn't even used his first chance. He's fine. Hugbat is also fine.
And
Who am I forgetting?
Sucks.
Lou's gonna look down at Grufford, look up at her expectantly.
I have
Or I guess
no
look
idea.
down at her.
But I just cleaned up the comment, so.
You make for me like it would be an advantage, but a charisma save. Well, no, wisdom saving throw.
Who?
Me?
Layla.
You said at advantage?
Yes.
Wisdom save.
Technically like a charm.
Uh-oh. Nat 20, baby!
Nice.
Also a nat 1.
Wow.
I'm
very
not the
nice.
only one.
So since you have advantage, you pass. But as you look into these beady, crying eyes of Gruffid, who is holding Lou's hand, you feel like a sense of empathy that is not usual to you. Not that you're not empathetic, but just like it almost feels like a lot of force and shame being shoved in your direction, even inadvertently. But you just see Kobold crying his tears, his eyes out.
Do I understand what's just happened?
I would say yes, but it's almost like a natural. He has put himself in a very shameful position, kind of.
Mm,
And it's mainly projecting towards the warden, but everyone around him kind of starts to feel bad for this little guy.
I do not. I feel angry about that little guy.
Okay.
You're like on your third chance, and you can have it, but it's thin ice.
Layla,
Thin
that's
ice.
me.
Nope.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Don't talk to me.
Hey, Layla. That's not nice. Gruffid, please calm down.
Yeah, calm
As he
down.
begins to
Breathe
wheeze.
in, breathe out.
You almost
Breathe
hear him begin to like dry gag or dry heave.
Don't
No,
do-
no, no, no.
And we'll end that arc there.
Yeah, yeah. Ronaine, what's wrong with him?
I don't know.
You know him too. I remember him. Damn it.
You're the one that hired the guy.
Yeah, because look at him. He was probably good at something. I can't really. He was good at like cogs or something.
Maybe when we had the gnome with him.
The gnome. Yeah, who was the gnome? The gnome. Oh. Oh. He was. No, I've got it. Hold on, I've got it. It was. I know I've accidentally called Pugnat his name before because I remember him. He's a gnome and he's good at gnome things. And his name,
Are you talking about Tiptoe?
Tiptoe. Yeah.
Oh, God, these two were inseparable. I can't believe you don't remember one. Listen,
I
just
remember
pay
him.
get done with the warden, and we'll go from there. I'm still waiting on your persuasion check, Layla.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I
gotta
got
find
DM'd.
Tiptoe.
Nope,
That's
you're
a
fine.
21.
A 21?
Yep.
He says, I could do 15.
All right, Lou, go ahead.
Hey, Ronan, didn't you have like a big bag of money or something?
Well, I was implying that he was using the gold that Scatha gave you, so to speak. I don't know how much of that is actually left over, to be completely honest.
I forgot we used any of the gold from Scatha.
I know one of you added it to your inventory.
Ooh, that was probably Lou, and Lou definitely forgot that wasn't his money.
Fair enough.
Whoops. Okay, I'll pay. Lou will pay the 15 gold.
Okay.
Oopsies.
Yeah, and just so you're aware, in total, I think Scatha gave you 50 gold.
Okay, well, I have
Just in
enough
case.
to give her back.
Okay. Sounds good. Then you guys pay 15 gold, and he opens the prison cell of Zamir.
Now, Ronan, did she want everyone out of jail? Did she want like a whole thing, or?
I think it's just as far as you could go off of that.
I mean, fair enough, actually. All right, we'll help out Um. Well, how about you, ma'am, who has a name that I can't pronounce? Miss. Do you have like a weapon that you like?
We prefer tridents.
All right, perfect. Miss Trident.
And Warden speaks up and he says, yes, Trident the Triton.
Well, isn't your name Warden? The Warden?
Warden is my status, Wiggins is my last name.
And what's your first name? I forgot.
Doesn't matter.
Great. Well, yeah.
He says that, and then he kind of looks at, I guess, Pugnat or whoever. Just insert random character here. And he goes, "It's Boggle." Just underneath his tone. Because he doesn't seem to
Boggle.
really care if his name is out there, but okay, well, if you want Trident the Triton, that'll be 25 gold.
Sure, yeah.
What if we say pretty please?
Now, what if
Then I will
after
say,
this
pretty
we
thank
got
you
this
for
wet
25
sopping?
gold.
What if I told you you'd never have to see this wet sopping kobold ever again?
And that we'd go away.
And we'd go away. And we wouldn't take. Actually, that's a lie. I am curious about that map man.
I'm gonna
No.
make pink glitter here around the party again. Like a party popper.
Listen,
Yeah,
I think
like
I've
that.
heard all of you out. Some rather good performances and some rather poor performances. I think the deals are kind of off for now. So, anyone else, you'll have to kind of go off of what I told you.
Okay, what if you hear out our dear friend Pugna?
And what can your gnome tell me that would be any use to me?
Go ahead, Pugnat. Get him.
You've got it, Pugnat.
I don't have anything planned.
Come on, Pugnat. You got this.
Come on, you're the
Party.
master of improv, Pugnat.
We're relying on you.
Well, being forced to serve is wrong. And he goes, "Thank you." 25
All
gold.
right. What did you say? 25? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'll give him 25 gold for Trident. Gum. Gum
Thank
girl.
you. Now, do you want Carl or my newest prize?
I don't like how you're calling him that.
He's going to make me a rich man one day.
Lou's gonna walk up to the guy. Hey, buddy.
Good job, Luke. You got this. Easy, man. Easy.
Yeah. Yes. What do you need?
Are you happy here?
Happy is relative.
Would you rather not be in here?
Well, I'd rather not work. I would rather. And he looks to Wiggins and he says, "Well, if I'm being completely honest, I was intending to sneak into the mines anyway and try to find my way to the Underdark, where I remember seeing a broken down house. It seemed.
A house.
Yes, it's a building constructed from stone down there, and it had 4 walls. And
Uh-huh.
you see, I went in this building and I got startled by a few things in the building, but I could have swore I saw a glimmer of gold or something down there. Just trying to remember exactly where and kind of get the layout down correctly so I can go and perhaps get the gold and get out of there before anything down there tries to kill or eat me.
Well, it looks like you're all set then.
I don't like how you said that.
I can help you get out of here, but you've got
Well, please,
This
please do. You can, if you have that power and you're offering, I would be greatly appreciative.
I'm a little worried that you're going to go down there and get yourself killed, if I'm being honest, but I guess that's your decision.
Well, no, I mean, I'm not fit really for work, and I, I barely make ends meet, and this is like my big break.
Do you think you're fit to fight whatever's down there?
Absolutely not. That's why I was. And he kind of stands up from the desk and almost hunches over, and it looks like an awkward pose for him, and he doesn't really know what he's doing. He's like, I was gonna sneak in there.
You're going to get yourself killed.
Not if I. And he kind of emphasizes his stance and goes, sneak in there.
Doing the tiptoe with like the little hands
Uh-huh.
out.
Yeah,
He's miming
Is
it.
it? Hey, Romaine, do you think it's wrong to keep a man in jail for his own sake? What's the
I
morality on that?
don't think it's the worst idea.
Are we just gonna are we gonna rename Ronaine to Morality Compass? Moral Compass.
Yeah. Well, Luz is kind of on the fritz, if I'm being so honest.
Lou, if you ask me, it sounds like he's gonna get himself killed either way.
Yeah.
It just depends on if we maybe want to get his information and, you know, kind of reap the benefits of this man.
Yeah, okay. 30 gold?
50.
50.
Yeah, 30 for Carl. 50 for my prize.
Oh, jeez. Hey, Layla, how's your wallet looking?
Ooh, pretty full. I feel good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How would you like to contribute to a
It's just
crazy
really
man's
to
freedom?
know that I'm really being responsible with money despite a tough upbringing and not realizing that I had some money in my family. I'm really proud of myself and I'm glad that I get to enjoy that. Sorry, what
Layla, your
did you ask?
uncle is stinking rich.
Yeah, he doesn't like me.
He kind of
Yeah, but you're the
sighs
sole
and he goes,
inheritor.
not for long.
What?
Why would? Hey, we're gonna deal with the thing, and then you'll have your money and whatever, and then we
Oh.
can redistribute it after we're back.
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
that's
what?
right. I have full faith in our ability.
Well, I
And
actually do.
believe every word you just said to me.
I don't like this.
You look like you're about to throw up. You can stand next to Gruffid.
I'm gonna go outside.
All right, take him with you.
Oh no.
Hold Gruffid's hand out to him.
You see Grumpet extend his hand, and it's almost like Mom said I need to go with you. So he like puts both of his hands out, and Leon looks at him, slumps, and then just starts walking out the door.
I forgot
And,
he was.
and Gruffid begins to kind of, with a very uncomfortable posture to look at, follow behind him.
Lou.
Yeah.
Lou, I don't like that guy.
What do you mean?
I get it. Like, something's weird. I don't like that guy.
Layla, I have had trouble remembering anyone from my past,
Mm-hmm.
and I know him. I don't
Mhm.
know him well, but I know him, and I
Hey,
know he's
Ronaine.
trustworthy.
Okay, that's great. We can also trust Ronaine, but like Ronaine isn't a freak show.
That's a mean thing to say.
Yeah.
He might have his issues, but we need to reunite him with Tiptoe.
That's fine, and then we can send them on their way.
Or work with them because they're very useful.
Or send them on their way.
You'll like Tiptoe, trust me, trust me.
Lou.
Yeah.
Is this how you used to lead?
Renee.
Well, let's see. Currently, he's walking around with someone who's been to hell, someone with extensive daddy issues,
Hey.
someone with one arm,
Extensive. Yeah.
two variant bards, one that's very pompous and one that's very, very mopey. No offense, and Arias goes, oh, none taken. I I think you kind of understand how our little guild used to work.
It was a bunch of fine people, just like us.
I think I'm going to take a walk.
Yes, people just like us.
And why did you stick around?
Are we done with Warden, or are we?
All right, yeah.
Don't we need to like work up 50 gold?
Yeah. Okay. Here you go. 50 gold
Okay. You
for
hand over
the weird guy.
50 gold, and as he kind of leaves the cell, you watch Warden pat him on like the bottom half of his back, and go, "Yeah, go find it. Don't die." And the man looks at you and tips his glasses and says, "Thank you very much." And he begins to, and I'll put this in air quotes physically, sneak his way out of this prison cell.
Hold it. That wasn't. Oh, just out of the prison cell, not out of the room. I was
Yeah.
about to be like, hang on, we still need you.
Well, maybe
Okay.
so. Like, I think he would continue to sneak towards the door, but as soon as you're like, hold it, he would stop and come back.
Yeah.
Sorry, I saw the others waiting outside. I thought that's what I needed to do in the moment, but I can.
Well, you
I
can
can
wait
stay.
outside. That's fine. Here, we're leaving anyways. Thank you, Warden.
Oh yeah, you did get Trident to Triton out.
Yes. And I look forward to seeing you again, Carl.
Feelings mutual.
Have fun in here.
Oh, I
Explode.
will.
All right. Now have fun with him, Warden. He looks like he's not going to kill you at all.
All right.
I like
You
that guy.
leave with, I believe, 4 new people.
Oh my gosh, more NPCs! Yay!
More
That
pets,
That can
yay.
always play, and we'll always keep them with us forever.
So we now have a few minutes before our cutoff time. And this is a good time for me to kind of introduce something that I've been thinking on and I think is a good idea. And I think this is the perfect segue. I didn't know if you guys were going to get to the jail or not, but I had an idea and I want to run it by you guys and kind of see what you think. You guys have a lot of NPCs, and this is a campaign about kind of recruiting people you can trust or friends or people in general. Lou had an old, we'll call it a barracks in town. While you all were gone, I think Scotha, with the return of Lou, would have gotten the building cleared out if there were any people who had hunkered down in it or anything of that nature, and has kind of forfeited it back to the new party. All the NPCs or individuals that you gather can stay there or in proximity. And I'm thinking it would be a good idea to maybe kind of have like a guild building situation where the NPCs or people you recruit will be allies, offer quests, or perhaps even offer to upgrade your guild. Perhaps if you are to return and you have a magic person in the guild, they would maybe enchant something for you or give you supplies for magical spells if needed. If you find like a blacksmith, for instance, they could craft you things and things like that.
That's really cool.
It's kind of hypothetical, so I wanted to see if you guys have interest in that, and if so, like how big of a thing you might want this to be.
Yes, I think that's very cool.
I
I think
think
it's great.
yeah.
Okay, because it
It's-
I think
very
I
well
still
be
need to,
some.
I think I still need to
Oh,
make
yeah.
Pugnet's character sheet.
Oh my
Fair
gosh.
enough.
Or you
Um,
could ditch Pugnat for Gruffage and go on adventures with him.
Yay.
Yeah, and how that would work is if you guys gave me enough time beforehand, and you have trust with one of these NPCs and they would offer to go with you, I would kind of make them a character sheet you could use while they're under your care. Um, if you guys were to, I don't know, start terrorizing various places, um, and were hunted down, perhaps they would attack your guild. And then I was kind of talking about the gladiator thing, but perhaps some of the NPCs you have there and that I've made character sheets for are kind of handed to you, and you guys kind of have to defend your home. You know what I
Hell
mean?
yeah. Yeah.
But it would also offer like a little bit of return since I want you guys to go do things that you want to do, and I don't want it to always be like, oh, we've got to Trivel. Like, there's some quest lines that I want to do. Well, we're really low on gold because I want to enchant XYZ, or I want to purchase this kind of ore and stuff. So it's kind of
Yeah.
like a, you know what I mean? You can offer
Yeah.
gold to maybe expedite some processes, but other than that, you guys will have a place that at some point you can return to and gain something from.
I think that's cool. What do you guys think?
That's pretty dang cool.
Okay.
And
And you
However,
can
I want a high-ranking title in this guild.
well
Founder,
lose the
co-founder.
captain. This can be an in-character conversation, honestly.
It very well can be, yeah. And yeah, well, I just wanted to give you that to think on, as well as you
Yes.
guys did equip 4 new individuals.
Ooh.
So I will be contacting you guys soon enough to kind of go over any perks or special offers for those individuals that you have saved. And kind of throughout the week, if you guys have any questions, now would be the perfect time to kind of go over that as well. Like throughout the week, you
Yeah.
can PM me or public message me like in our chat and kind of discuss it.
I think that's rad.
Thanks, Zach.
Yeah, not a problem. And I have a rough map of the area, and I guess we can go over decorum. That may or may not be there. Go from there.
And Layla can be like an admiral. What do you think about? Wait, is admiral? No, hold on. I need to look up.
No one should admire her.
Hold on.
Okay.
I think admiral is second hand to like a captain, but I'm not.
Yeah, that's what I'm
100% sure.
thinking. Okay.
Might be.
Okay.
Me
I think
thinking
that
of
I
One
should be
Piece.
admiral instead of Renane because I actually have a second
Okay.
hand.
Well, Renane is the
Wow.
first. Renane's already the admiral or like first lieutenant or whatever. You could be the second lieutenant or the second admiral,
I'm
which
gonna
might
make
have
a
been someone else, but I'll let you overtake them.
No, I'm making a second guild so that I can be captain.
I don't know about that. Then
Mal,
we'll have rival guilds.
do you
and
want
then
to
I'll
join
have
my
to kill you.
guild? You can be captain too. Like captain, like number 2 after it, captain 2.
I've got an idea.
Yeah.
You could be an ensign. An ensign's a very important person.
It sounds like it's not that important.
They carry the flag into battle, and they're a commissioned officer.
Lou, are you calling me useless?
No, I'm saying
You can
that
be
since
the
you don't do
drummer
much
boy.
like fighting, you could do like the carrying the flag thing, but instead of carrying the flag, you're carrying us. You're carrying the party.
I like fighting. I just like the healing part of fighting.
Exactly, and an ensign is very healing part of fighting. Or we could call you the medic.
Don't
We
call
didn't know any other medics, I don't think.
Don't call me that.
Right, Renee?
I can kind of speak up for that one.
Okay, we have one other medic. You can both be medics.
I don't want to be a medic.
Okay, you can be an ensign.
I don't want to. I want a cool
Okay,
type.
you could be a lieutenant. How about you're double captain?
Ooh,
Well, if it was up to me, we would call you a stable hand.
That's not nice, but very funny.
I'm kicking Lou.
Why me?
Because her name
He
was funny.
said
You were
it.
mean.
Ow!
I like
Well,
double captain.
You could be
Just
double
to make
captain.
sure, you know what a stable hand is, right? Because
Uh,
it's really funny when you think about it.
I'm gonna hold my hand out really, really still.
What are you doing?
It's a stable hand.
Oh,
I hate you.
clever.
I think you're both gonna be the court jesters.
I'm kicking Ludwig.
I like your stable
Oh.
hand than better than the joke I was gonna say personally. So
Oh, what was your joke?
no, it's the stable hand is not something a lot of people like to do. So
Well, yeah. Anyways, I guess Maladin can be triple captain.
No, he cannot.
Okay, he can be half captain. How about Maladin's
I
the
feel like
stable hand?
this is racist.
Okay, Maladin will be triple captain.
No,
I
no.
feel like this is racist.
I'm double captain, and if Maladin is triple captain, then I'm quadruple captain. Because I'm
All
quadruple
right,
bard he'll ever be.
great. All right,
Wait, can I be bard captain?
you can be bard captain.
I don't want to be the
I guess
bard.
that makes me. I'm captain. I'm actual captain.
I'm calling you fighter captain.
Okay,
And when you
And-
piss me off, I'm calling you ranger captain.
Ranger captain's kind of cool actually.
I'm calling you ranger captain.
I like ranger captain. Wait, I'm not a ranger. Wait.
Wow,
This
someone
works.
should make a joke.
right.
Okay, and Renane, you're still the lieutenant.
I thought he was admiral.
Sounds good to me.
It's the same. Vice captain, lieutenant, admiral. It's the same thing.
No.
Second in command. That's the same thing. A lieutenant is the same as a vice captain.
I thought I was second in command.
Listen, call
No,
me
you're bard in command.
whatever, and I'll probably respond as long as it's not derogatory.
I mean, we're just calling you Renane. We just need to get the power structure straightened
Yeah.
out.
That's fine.
Maladin, what do you want to be?
Wait. Hold on. 1 second, Paladin. Are you telling me that if Ronan and I have differing opinions, you're going to listen to him over me? Because I've been right a lot. I'm really
I'm
good at...
going to probably listen to myself.
Well, that's the worst idea.
That's the one that
Uh,
wanted to kill the kobold, but
I'm sorry, you what?
no,
Oh,
that's
Layla.
yeah.
What?
Yeah, we're not killing Grufford.
I
We
didn't
like
say
him.
kill him. No, we don't.
He's the Hey, Renane, did we give him a rank?
I don't think we really cared about rank. He was just a man at arms.
All right. Yep.
A lizard at
A
I don't
really
know.
scrawny little lizard at arms.
Uh,
Right. I'm not so comfortable around him either.
Thank you.
Okay,
Blunt.
what about him is so off-putting?
He just, like,
Yeah.
gave me a weird look.
They're mean, and then they don't take care of their equipment, and
Okay, he's
Okay, I'm
not.
not ready.
I promise he's not mean. He maybe doesn't take care of things well. But hey, he was friends with a gnome, so he couldn't have been like bad by your standards.
This
that's
feels
stereotypical.
racist.
It does. It does.
I don't know if Lou should be our captain. Hey, Maladin,
I'm
should we
trying-
I think we're gonna get
No.
Lou canceled, and thus the guild
Hey.
canceled at this rate.
Lou did not say it.
yeah, with
Pugnet
that,
said
thank
it.
you for stopping by.
Why am I always taking the fault for other people?
Because you're the
Take-
captain, you get all the success and all the blame.
He does not get all the success.
Nuts.
I get all the success.
None of the
Well,
blame.
that's actually true. I mean, he should take blame for and success.
For the
like,
things that Pugnet says about kobolds, which are probably not true, but some
I mean, it's
might
a
be.
part of the responsibility. But like, if you don't want to handle infighting anymore, I mean,
Listen, you're in charge of your subordinates. This is on you.
We saw how well you
Ooh.
did. So I guess I'll have to. Okay, Pugnet. I don't see you as a subordinate, first of all, your friend. Second of all, we can't be mean to him just because he's a kobold.
Okay,
and
I'm
just
gonna be
because he's
mean.
snivelly.
Keep him further away from me and my stuff, please.
And me.
Alright. Okay. He's really not a bad guy.
Okay, well, all right.
He's really sweet.
Around that time, you
He's-
lose track of him, and around a corner, you hear, "Help I found some bread.
Okay,
And
we
he's
got
like
it.
actively digging into like garbage.
Okay, no, Lou will have to pull him out of the garbage.
Okay.
You gave
And
us a
with
trash
that-
panda. You gave us a
Okay.
trash panda.
Finally. You know, this was my idea.
But with that, you guys are officially free to go. Any questions, comments, or concerns, anything like that, you guys can talk to me throughout the week, like I said. But you guys
Yeah, I'm
are at
concerned about
ease.
Gruff.
Good session. Thanks for hosting.
Great
Yeah,
session.
not a problem.
All right. Good night.
Good
Good night.
Thank you for stopping by. Thanks for sticking around. Hopefully you all enjoyed, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Good night, everybody.
Bye.